Welcome back to Information 365. Many people believe that the Artemis 1 moon launch will shape the future of human space exploration. Will humanity's exploration of the moon and possibly Mars be peaceful and orderly? Or will space become a new Wild West? In this video, we talk about international space laws and why it's not the Wild West. Make sure to like the video, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. International space laws exist. The release of the first images from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope will inspire future generations about the limitless possibilities that outer space holds. Clearly, we have a responsibility to ensure that only peaceful, safe, long-term, lawful, and legitimate uses of space are pursued for the benefit of humanity and future generations. In pursuit of this goal, McGill University and a number of international collaborators have been working on the McGill Manual on International Law applicable to military uses of outer space for the past 6 years. The first volume of the McGill Manual was published in August by the collaboration. It contains the 52 rules, which were unanimously adopted by the group of experts. The rules clarify the international law that applies to all space activities conducted in times of peace and times of tension that pose a threat to peace. All countries are protected by international space law. We have seen tremendous advances in space exploration that have benefited life on Earth since the beginning of the space age 65 years ago. Many of our modern conveniences are influenced by research into space technologies. We bring back and study asteroids' mineral samples. We have used satellite technologies for positioning, navigation, and timing for decades. The Global Positioning System of the United States, which has Chinese, European, Russian, Japanese, and Indian variants, serves as the foundation for critical applications. These include emergency search and rescue, precision agriculture for food production, air traffic navigation, financial and banking system security, and time synchronization across cyber networks. Our growing reliance on space infrastructure makes modern economies more vulnerable to the consequences of accidents. We are also vulnerable to illegal and irresponsible acts affecting space exploration and utilization. Collisions and attacks in space. An accidental collision between a defunct Soviet satellite and an Iridium communications satellite caused a communications blackout over North America in 2009. This served as a stark reminder of how vulnerable Earth operations are to space-related events. Several governments have tested anti-satellite weapons in response to geopolitical tensions. These weapons leave a trail of space debris in orbit that will last for decades, if not centuries. Space debris is a serious threat to other functioning space objects, not to mention people and property on Earth if pieces fall to Earth. China launched several ballistic missiles this month that reached altitudes of 124 miles, 200 kilometers. These have the potential to endanger satellites in low Earth orbit, LEO. LEO is prime space real estate that is used for critical communications and remote sensing around the world. Not only are space systems vulnerable to missiles. Other methods of interfering with or destroying them include lasers, spoofing, jamming, and cyber attacks. The human costs and consequences of a space conflict could be catastrophic beyond comprehension. Affirming international space laws. As countries and commercial space operators investigate how to explore and exploit the moon and other celestial bodies for valuable resources, it is critical to recognize that space is not a lawless, Wild West. In fact, for many decades, there has been a clear body of fundamental legal principles that have applied to all space activities. Since the first artificial satellite into Earth orbit, Sputnik I in 1957, there has been universal agreement that outer space, planets, and asteroids must be explored and used in accordance with international law, including the United Nations Charter. These fundamental principles are elaborated in a series of United Nations treaties on space law, to which almost all spacefaring countries have signed. As the number of commercial and private space operators grows, countries are enacting national space laws to regulate and oversee how all national space activities are carried out in accordance with international law. International space laws are in place to ensure cooperation and protect many countries' valuable assets, such as satellites used in agriculture, search and rescue, financial systems, and other areas. Thank you for watching the video.